In the 2016 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons from Melbourne, Australia.
5 years ago, Ben Simmons was the next best thing. And coming out of college, Ben Simmons put up a staggering 19, 12, and 5 and was looked at as the best player in the 2016 NBA Draft by far. The 6'10 point guard with freakish athletic ability was supposed to take the league by storm, and with him missing the entirety of his rookie season with a right foot injury, his hype just kept on growing. And he didn't fail to deliver on that hype, securing the NBA's Rookie of the Year award in the 2017-18 NBA season, putting up 16, 8, and 8. As a rookie, along with great defense and playmaking, Ben Simmons looked legit. And after his rookie season concluded, there was nothing but excitement coming from Philadelphia. Joel Embiid emerging as one of the league's top players, and Ben Simmons looking like he's on the trajectory to do the same. And with the 2018-19 season approaching, expectations were through the roof. And with the 76ers acquiring Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler during that season, Philly had the best starting lineup in the NBA, and with the Golden State Warriors being hurt, they were the new super team in town. Playoff time comes around, and the Sixers find themselves in the second round against Kawhi's Raptors. A tough series was to follow, and then Game 7 comes, and we all know what Kawhi Leonard did on May 12th, 2019.
Got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
A disappointing exit for them, especially with such a strong lineup, but the Sixers went back to the drawing board, moved some pieces around, weirdly, but were still 100% invested in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But then the league started noticing something about Ben Simmons. And while not every point guard needs to be a knockdown shooter, having the ability to shoot opens up the defense. And as a point guard, your main job is to run the offense and get everyone involved. And while Ben Simmons did those things very well, there was a glaring hole in his game that teams started taking advantage of.
In this game, Simmons surveying out front. LeBron laying all the way back in the key, daring him to shoot. Simmons does.
We all knew Ben Simmons wasn't a great shooter, but once teams realized that he won't shoot is when things went downhill. Players were literally daring Ben Simmons to shoot the ball, but he just wouldn't. Ben Simmons attempted a total of 6 three-pointers in his second season, making a whopping 0 of them. But still, the 76ers stuck by Ben, offering him a 5-year, $177 million extension. They paid Ben Simmons for the player he may become, not the player he actually was. But then glory struck our phones during the 2019 offseason. A video of Ben Simmons hitting pull-up threes. The 6'10 freak athlete point guard with great defense and playmaking just got a jump shot. Now he can really do it all on the court. People were in shock, articles being written that the league is in trouble, everyone freaking out that Ben Simmons now has a jump shot. Sixers fans were up in arms excited about their team's future. But when the 2019-2020 season started, people didn't see the jump shooting Ben Simmons that they saw in those offseason videos. It was more of the same. Great defense, good playmaking, but still no shooting. Attempting a total of 7 threes throughout the entirety of the season, and still being a liability down the stretch in close games because teams were just able to clog the paint when Ben Simmons was on the floor. His game looked the exact same as it did when he first came into the league. And since that first offseason video of Ben Simmons shooting threes, every offseason would come, we'd get a video of him shooting threes, the season would start, and still nothing. It seems we've been going through the same process every year. Despite the Ben Simmons issues, the Philadelphia 76ers secured the first seed in the 2020-21 season and their most successful season in a long time. Playoff time comes around, and since the 76ers had the first seed, they would have home court advantage in every Eastern Conference series they would play. And with such a strong regular season, people really saw them as a threat to come out of the East. But in the second round, their season was ended by the 5th-seeded Hawks, a team that surprised a lot of people, but by no means should the 76ers have lost that series. It was a very notable upset in the past few years, and when you have championship aspirations, these are the series that really hurt. And I'm not saying it's strictly Ben Simmons' fault, but as the second best player on a team with championship aspirations, you need to step up. Ben averaged 10 points and 9 assists while only shooting 6 times a game. I get you're not a scorer, but when your team needs you, you have to be more aggressive. These are the shots that Ben Simmons took in the fourth quarter in all 7 games that series. He took 3 shots in the fourth quarter over 7 games. Pretty efficient, But that's not going to work if you want to win a championship. And we can't keep sitting here saying that Ben Simmons is a young player. We've seen the same thing happen year after year, and Ben Simmons hasn't changed a thing. We're at the point where it's not even about Ben Simmons shooting jump shots. It's about Ben Simmons shooting in general. He just won't. And believe me, I understand you don't want to be chucking threes just because, but when you're giving up open dunks in crucial late game moments that could have swayed the entire game, it is a problem. And that series seemed to be the start of the Ben Simmons drama, with Doc Rivers and Joel Embiid saying this.
Doc, do you think Ben Simmons can still be a point guard for a championship team like the one you guys want to become?
Yeah, David, I don't know that question or the answer to that right now.
I don't know how to say it, but I thought the turning point was just, we had an open shot, and, we made one free throw, and we missed the other, and then they came down and scored.
And with the entire city of Philadelphia blaming Ben Simmons for their season ending, it doesn't take an expert to predict the turmoil that was soon to come. And the 76ers' belief in Ben Simmons' ability may have come back to bite them. If you take a look at this chart, which shows how much a team's roster has changed over a season, you can see the 76ers have been making a lot of changes since acquiring Ben Simmons. Because instead of Ben changing his game to help the Sixers were changing their team to help Ben, and paying him $177 million based off who they thought he would become was a bad move. Now, the 76ers are stuck with Ben's contract, and with his trade value being at an all-time low, it will be very difficult to move him. And the worst part about it is that he won't even play for the team. I think it's safe to say the Ben Simmons experiment has failed. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would really appreciate dropping a like and subbing to the channel. Try and hit 1,000 subs by Christmas. That is my goal. But until next time, I'm out.